But, I always say that I appreciate people in media, ranging from Sean Hannity to Joe Scarborough, who tell you exactly where they're coming from. So you can decide for yourselves whether you agree or not. No hidden biases. I try and do that every night on the show. But this was Tucker, who I've long liked and respected, willfully deceiving his audience. And it's something he's done a lot recently, like on Monday night when he presented previously unseen footage of the January 6th attack on the Capitol and completely mischaracterized it, as we showed last night. But most stunning of all was the pushback he received from flagship news show on his own network. On Tuesday night, Fox News' Bret Baier, the face of the Fox News operation, presented a report at the top of his show which took dead aim at Tucker's presentation of the footage.
There was serious pushback on Capitol Hill on the characterizations of those thousands of hours of tapes from Capitol Police, Democrats, and some Republicans.
Certainly was pushback, and Fox News viewers got to see it for 4 minutes. The chief of the police, 3 Republican senators, and others were shown slamming the network on its own air for allowing Tucker to try to minimize the significance of the attack on the Capitol.
Capitol Police Chief Tom Manger says, quote, the opinion program never reached out to the department to provide accurate context. Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell agrees with Manger that the new video lacks a proper frame of reference. McConnell questioned how the show handled the video on the air.
It was a mistake, in my view, for Fox News to depict this in a way that's completely at variance with what our chief law enforcement official here at the Capitol thinks.
The leading Senate Republican teeing off on Fox News and its main primetime anchor during the network's own flagship news hour. Baier wrapped up with a stunning postscript.
And to be clear, no one here at Fox News condones any of the violence that happened on January 6th.
That comment can't be interpreted as anything other than a rebuke of Tucker Carlson, who's been claiming that the entire event was, quote, peaceful chaos. Look, kudos to Bret Baier for speaking up and presenting that report. But it makes you wonder, what is going on over there? Airing differences of opinion are a good thing, but this isn't two-sided. Fox News hosts deceived their audience, both then and now. And it makes you wonder whether the inmates are running the asylum in a way that never could have or would have occurred if Roger Ailes was still in charge. The question, though, now is, will there be a reckoning at Fox News? Could all this lead to any major changes at the network? Let's bring in one of the foremost experts on how Fox News operates, Colby Hall, founding editor of Mediaite.com, also a NewsNation contributor. He's been covering Fox News for well over a decade, has deep network sources there. Thanks so much for coming on the show. Appreciate it. All right, so it has been a tumultuous week for Fox News. Are they reeling over there?
I mean, you said it was a tough week. I think it was a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad week. I think the scale of the story, I think they're reeling. And I think they're acting very differently. I don't know if this is an existential crisis, but they're sure treating it that way. And I'll say Tucker, in the middle of all of these leaked texts, the defamation lawsuit from Dominion, Tucker airing this sort of whitewashing of January 6th attack on Monday and Tuesday came at the worst possible time because, they're debating that they don't lie, and yet Bret Baier and Republicans all, as you said, went after him, and it's beyond embarrassing. Will it be a tipping point? We'll see. I kind of doubt it, but it's huge.
Well, and they would, maybe they wouldn't say it publicly, but they would probably cite the fact their ratings are still up, right?
Well,
I mean, even in the past week.
Well, I mean, they've gotten a ton of attention. And, what's fascinating to me is that they made the conscious decision to mislead their audience. We're largely Trump voters and not really go after, never ever really saying, I mean, there's occasional examples, but when the leading candidate from the Republican Party is consistently saying that the election was robbed, that should be covered, full-throated. In fact, when Biden was in Selma on Sunday, he said that he was a civil rights activist, and immediately Fox News went to correct the record. Trump is saying that the election was stolen, and mum. So there's a lot of people that are willfully misled, and they're selling a lot of soap. They're making a ton of money, and that's what's driving us.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your cable provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.